Huh?
Into what he does. He's an auditor. He's an auditor.
Can I have your name?
No thanks.
Pardon?
No thanks.
Well, then I don't think you can videotape then.
If you don't know my name?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't have any of that. That actually, you have to do it at the city clerk's office. I don't have anything for you to foil down here.
Yeah, but you could at least give me a form I could fill out?
I don't have anything to give you.
We have sensitive information on these computers. I can't have you recording through the window. You can record this lobby area, all that.
It seems like a problem, doesn't it?
What do you mean?
That people can see sensitive information from this lobby window?
You take a FOIA request.
You have to by law.
By law.
By law,
I
you
can't.
have to.
I'm a civilian.
By law,
I
you
cannot
work
take
here.
a FOIA request.
You work here. It's by law. She really gets into where she's surrounded by work. Aren't you an attorney? Don't you understand the law? You should know better. Plain view doctrine. Right? You know what that is, right? Government uses it all the time.
What's your name?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't get that.
Go ahead and take a seat, Dan.
Listen, y'all, these kids want to act up in school, want to go to school and embarrass you, want to make like they got no home training. So I told my son, don't go to school embarrassing no more. I'll take care of you, son. I give you anything you want. I discipline you. But you're going to embarrass me like this? No, so now I'm going to cut his hair.
Oh, I'm going to have to ask you, okay?
Ball ahead.
Hey, do me a favor, keep away from the SWAT guys. Now I saw you were in a restricted area. Now I want your identification. You're not getting it.
Don't embarrass me. I told him, don't embarrass me, no.
Down here, do a little FOIA request. Got down here. Inspection's good.
What I say, man, don't film me.
Today's video actually wraps around the original video of a post office in Jamestown where they called the police on me for filming in public on the 27th of February. And that's where this video picks up, going down to the police station to get the body camera footage of the police who showed up.
I don't want you video camera me, so, and I just told you to stop. Is somebody coming up here? Because if not, I'm calling the cops.
If you haven't seen the original video, it's linked in the description. And there is going to be a revisit video of the second post office who told them to call the cops. And of course, well, we got their body camera footage as well, and what this guy had to say to the clerk, as you've seen a little bit in the beginning. How you doing? I am looking for a officer complaint form, officer compliment form, if they're the same form, two of them, and then a FOIL request form.
Okay, so the FOIL request goes up from the city clerk's office, so you're gonna have to do that upstairs at City Hall.
What time do they close?
I don't know, you would have to check.
So, New York State law requires me to be able to do it anywhere with anybody, so I should be able to submit it with you?
Unfortunately, we don't have any of that. That actually, you have to do it at the city clerk's office. I don't have anything for you to foil down here.
Yeah, but you could at least give me a form I can fill out?
I don't have anything to give you for a FOIL request.
How about just a blank paper then?
A blank paper?
I'll write the request on a blank paper and you can submit it up the line.
Sure, I can't take a FOIL request.
You have to by law.
By law.
By law,
I
you
can't.
have to.
I'm a civilian.
By law,
I
you
cannot
work
take
here.
a FOIL request.
You work here. It's by law. Well, then you're gonna have to call an officer or something.
Okay, I can call an officer. What is your name?
My name is Dan.
Dan what?
That's it, just Dan.
Okay, Dan.
What about the complaint forms? This lady's got a bit of an attitude, I think.
Take a seat, Dan.
This is Amanda Hallett. Wait till you see what we have to go through to get her name. My opinion, Amanda is not cut out for public service.
So, is someone coming to take my FOIA request and give me the other forms?
Right now to talk to you.
What about the other forms?
The officer's coming right now to talk to you.
What about the other forms? Do you have those available?
I don't know what form you're talking about.
Officer complaint form. An officer complaint form? What a bitch. She wrote Dan on a piece of paper. The only one I trust. Gosh.
You know, they left me sitting in this office for quite a while, which gives me time to look around and, check out all these cool numbers I got you guys. These are all the direct lines to everybody in the damn building. I guess they shouldn't have made me wait so long if they didn't want us to have all these damn numbers. This is the body camera footage of the man who's going to come out and take my complaint. You can actually see me through the window. But there's something I want to show you guys that I noticed when I got this body camera footage. The first three footages you can see there are footages from Axon body camera 4s, and they have the dates and everything on them. Those are the three officers that showed up at the post office. But the last file here marked suspicious situation. Suspicious situation is the file of the body camera footage of the officer coming out to take my FOIA request form and talk to me about an officer complaint form and compliment form. Now, I don't know about you guys, but what is suspicious about turning in a public records request or asking for an officer complaint form? And secondly, nothing says I edited files quite like changing the name of the file.
I guess I'm all right.
I heard you wanted the forms for the officer complaints?
Yeah, I wanted an officer complaint form, officer compliment form. I wanted to hand in a FOIA request and,
Yeah, the FOIL requests are done up at the city clerk's office.
yeah, I understand that's where they go through, but by New York State law, I can turn it into anybody that works, and it's your responsibility as in the chain of custody to get it up there. And I think someone come to this window to turn in a FOIA request should be pretty standard.
We always send everybody upstairs.
I appreciate that, but I'm going to turn mine in today here with you. and have you guys do it because, and I need you guys to understand because it's the law. I mean, in a world today where police have a hard time with, public's trust and public believing, like, you guys are the law enforcement, right? So, like, you enforce the law. So if there's a law saying that everybody has to take it, this lady being rude at the desk is not acceptable. Me trying to, give a law enforcement, when the law enforcement doesn't enforce the law or doesn't go by the law, where do we go from there? You know what I mean? And that's anarchy at that point.
She's a receptionist.
Right,
she's non-sworn.
I have in here the lady that was at the desk. Do you know her name so I can put it on here? Amanda?
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll forward that to the clerk's office. But that's all we do with them because the clerk's...
There's a custodian of records, but like, for instance, say you guys were so big that you had a branch down here, a branch over here. If someone can only walk to one place, they have to accept that, email it over, whatever it takes. But that's the New York State law. So, I mean, being law enforcement, we should be a little better educated in that. I think at least FOIL forms and complaint forms should be available, in my opinion, out here in the lobby without even having to request. You know what I mean? Like,
before the FOIL request forms, we would still tell you to go up to the clerk's office.
I understand that, but they can be done here. And they should be able to be done here by law. They're supposed to, and you guys are law enforcement. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, but that would be something you'd want to take up with the mayor, because the mayor is the one that controls the whole building.
Got you.
Not us. So if we're going to fill out, or if we ever fill out an officer complaint, we utilize this form here, which is the police incident report form, and then we take a deposition from the person who is filing the complaint on that form. And then it goes to our deputy chief, and then he assigns it.
All right, sounds good on that. What is your position here?
Lieutenant.
Lieutenant? All right. I wanted to get a form for myself to take home for myself, but I wanted to maybe fill one out, or I could verbally probably do it with you, just the same. But if you want to make a paper copy, but I had an officer LAWLESS and an Dieters.
Peters.
Peters. All right. So I'll just change that here to. Looks like I got Dieters on here as well. Just put a little P on there. Peters got that. I want to give them a compliment.
Okay.
I was at the post office doing some filming. Police were called. They were very respectful. They were right on point. It's what we expect out of law enforcement, and I just want to give them a compliment.
Yep.
And
I can have our desk guy print off that form.
For the compliment?
We've got it's called a citizen recognition form type thing. I'll have him.
So that's different than this form?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let me have him print that off. Okay?
That and if you want to take this is the FOIL request here. It's pretty much requesting the phone call to that service if I can get it. The body camera footage of the two officers that showed up. The final report of that call, the call numbers on it, they gave it to me. Police department body camera policy, like the policy of when the camera's supposed to go on, when how they're supposed to be used. Then the flip over, just on the backside here, is that the lady at the desk, which you identified as Amanda. You don't need anything more than that. Just pretty much, the window at the lady at the desk at 4 o'clock. When I entered the police lobby, behind the counters, first name, last name, years of service, months, year, rate of pay, and last year's salary. If I could just get a photocopy of that.
I'll make a photocopy of that. I'll ask him to find that other form. It's going to be something that we don't hand out a lot because not a lot of people come in.
I mean, it's not too often. I mean, I appreciate good policing. I'm not very against police by all means, but like, they came in, they were professional, they were on point, and they left. No. Well, they're being uncomfortable. Please leave. There was no, they were good about it, and I liked it, and that's what people like to see. So I'll give them a compliment.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought they were very professional, very good.
I'll make a photocopy of this. I'll have him look for that.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, well, okay. Here's your copies, and I misspoke with the form. I wanted to show you the form that I thought was going to be the right form. This is something where we would write if a citizen did something that needed to be recognized.
Oh, okay.
If you wanted to recognize the officer for doing a good job, we'd take those as letters. So I had that mixed up, but I wanted to show you the form that I was originally referring to.
Oh, so like say a citizen assisted and, a cop was getting beat up and a citizen stopped, and you guys could recognize them in an official way that maybe would turn into a certificate out of the mayor's office or something. Gotcha. That's what that is.
But I wanted to show you what I thought I was referring to.
So as far as a recognition form, there isn't actually one.
No, it would be like a letter.
Somebody could write a letter. I'll take care of that.
Okay.
But I thought those guys are pretty good. But officer complaints, is there a way to do it down here anonymously other than just writing a letter? Or is there like this complaint form is something that you guys would generally fill out with somebody in person?
If you come down and file an officer complaint against anybody, you've got to sit in an interview room with one of the supervisors that's working. They take a deposition from you, and then after they've taken the deposition and have you sign it, we start that form that you've got right there on top, that incident report form. We give that to the deputy chief, and then he assigns it to another lieutenant in the department to then investigate it.
So there's no way that like there's a form where somebody could just say, it could be on the lobby wall, somebody come down here, grab it, take it, fill it out, slide it through here and get the heck out of here because they're scared of police type of complaint?
Don't have that kind of form, no.
Don't have no service like that, huh?
No.
If somebody wrote a letter anonymously, would you guys take it serious enough that you would investigate it what you could?
We would do the best we could, but we would still want to try to get that person, at least go even to maybe their house and talk to them and try to get a deposition.
I just know how some people get intimidated, and most police departments have a form or at least a way that you could even anonymously throw in a tip, but
you could always.
I mean, it took me almost 20 minutes to get a form and somebody to come out here and get a FOIA request, but
the guy sitting at the desk is not a supervisor. I'm the only supervisor working today, so he didn't know how to take an officer complaint. I'm the only one that knows, and I was out there.
And obviously there's no form to go home, so
Yeah.
all right, and I guess that's all, and then I implore you to if you don't want to take my word for it on the FOIA law,
Okay.
look it up yourself, and I would implore you guys to at least have, police department's open 24 hours a day, clerk's office open, somebody come down here and fill out a form, it should be at least on the wall, and like I said, law enforcement, to tell somebody go upstairs and they should be able to do it here, and how hard is it to make a copy and just throw it upstairs, so I appreciate you, thank you very much. Oh, can I get a badge number from you real quick?
192.
You're 192?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
So getting out down here at the police department, as you can see, there's no officer complaint forms. You have to come in and do it in person. To me, it's called the old tilted process. It's been the tilted process since I started. I think that it's improper, but I guess there are ways you can send a letter in, but there's no way to know when you send a letter that you can get in a copy or it's an official document. So I think there's some need of improvement down here in the Jamestown City Police Department, but like you said, maybe it's going to speak to the mayor that might be the next city board meeting. So you guys leave a comment in the comment section what you thought about that. I also want to add that lady at the desk, man, she had quite the attitude. You could tell she could be a real bitch when she wants to be. Sit down, have a seat. Like, bitch, who the hell are you to tell people like that? That's a little out of hand. You guys let me know what you think about that lady's attitude in the comment section. I definitely want to hear what you think about her. Authoritarianism, and that's just from a lady. She's like, I'm just a civilian. Then who the heck are you to tell somebody to sit down? Like, come on. So you guys leave your comment, let me know what you think about it all, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hit that thumbs up on your way out, and always remember, Corruption Cruiser AEC is a new YouTube channel. It splits from all the cop watching is going to be done there, and this is all going to be First Amendment audits on this channel. So make sure you subscribe. That is in the description. Alright, hold up. First off, the Jamestown Police Department will not accept a FOIA request without their arm being twisted and to, follow the law. But here's the next one. I FOIA requested that on the 27th of February. My reply didn't come in till the 20th of March. That's 21 days late, 15 business days, and 10 days extra for my reply only. Which leaves us the question, where did the delay come from? Did the delay come from the clerk's office or the police department? What took them 15 business days to send my paper upstairs in the same building, folks? By the standard of law here in the state of New York, I should have had my request filled on the 18th of April, but it didn't come until the 24th. Wait, what's a violation of 5 more business days of law? Nothing, folks. Because they are the law. Nobody is going to enforce the law on them. I am the law! Now let's head down to the city clerk and school them on the law, because I see a little bit of extra fees here. Down here today, it is May 1st. It's a bit windy out here. Hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad. Put in a FOIA request, and it took them 20 days to get it from the police department to the city hall clerk. And then they're trying to charge us miscellaneous $3. They're trying to charge us per page, and we're not going to put up with that. We're going to go insert the law. And considering their email said that they is a no reply, they must want us to go ahead and get inside, folks.
Hello, do you know where you're heading to today, or do you need
I
directions?
believe they're clerks.
Which clerk? Court or city?
City.
City, that would be at the window, one or two windows over there. And I just need everything metal to screen you through.
Wait a minute, what? They can deny service for freedom of speech? That seems like a violation of the Constitution. People might be trying to snitch on us. I got
Do you know the number?
I'll pull it up because there's a few questions I have about it.
Okay.
So the FOIL reference number would be FOIA-2025-00097.
Great. Let me just go pull it up on my computer. I'll be right back.
All right.
All right. So I do see here that I had sent an invoice. Since you're here in person,
Yeah.
there wouldn't be a delivery fee.
All right.
So it would just be $3 for the disc and 75 cents for the papers. So it would just
Now,
be
how many papers
$3.75.
are there?
There's just 3.
There's 3?
Yep.
All right, so New York State law, the first 5 pages are free, so...
Oh, I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, there's actually a few things. 'Cause I'm concerned about the FOIL department down here. Who is in charge of that?
What do you mean who's in charge of it?
Like, who is considered the custodian of records here?
Well, can I just explain our process real quick?
Yeah.
So whenever we get a FOIL request, we put it in our GovPilot system. We assign it to the department that it goes to. So in this instance, the police department. They give us the records. We make sure that they're properly redacted. And then we send an invoice if the fee is over $3. And then once that's paid, we release the records.
All right. Now, for instance, the issue that I had here was it was after hours, so I couldn't come up here and fill one out in person, and we're allowed to by law fill them out in person. So I filled it out in the police department and turned it into them, and they made it be like, oh, they just can't take them. But by law, every department should be able to accept one and get to the custodian of records. Okay. My biggest concern about that is it from the time that I turned that in to the time that you or the clerk's office, I don't know if it's you specifically, but the clerk's office responded to me, there was 20 days between your response letter and the time I turned it in. So I mean, like, there's supposed to be a 5-day response. So I don't know if the police department, I'm just saying, I don't know if the police department delayed getting it to you for 20 days.
That I don't know. So we have 5 business days. So when we receive
the response, you got 5 business days, and there's 20 days past that.
Yes, yes.
Right, so I understand that. I'm just saying there was 20 days before I got my 5-day notice.
Oh, okay.
Delay from coming from downstairs to up here.
Oh,
and then on top of the police department saying that they can't accept them, I had to force them to accept it, which is kind of unacceptable in itself. So that's why I was wondering who's in charge of that. So I don't, maybe you guys could put some forms down there because they're open 24 hours.
Sure,
you know what I mean? Like, especially if it's
that.
police matter.
We can look into that.
And I think it's kind of unacceptable, the 20-day violation of law, and that's my only question. So, so it's $3 for the disc?
It's $3 for the disc, 75 cents for the pages. And let me go print the pages out for you, okay?
All right, and just so you know, the New York State law, the first 5 pages are free.
Waive the pages.
I'm just saying, so for your records, that way, because a lot of people have the question, like, all right, we pay these people to do this, we pay for the paper, we pay for the lights, the ink, and all that already, right? And people complain about that, and I looked into it, and the reality is the first 5 pages are free. So.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't aware of that. It's just 25 cents per page.
Yeah, so I got the $3 for the disc, no problem. Then.
Great. Let me go print out the pages for you. I'll be right back.
Thank you. The government sure does love throwing on those extra fees, don't they, guys? Hit that thumbs up for me.
All right. So 5, 6, 7 is your change.
One quick question here.
Sure.
I got Amanda H. Is her last name just H?
That's what the police department provided to us. So if you do have an appeal,
should I appeal it for her last name? Like, I don't
that's
get it.
up to you.
We're not giving out her last name.
That, like I said, we're just the middleman up here. So we just release the documents as the police department gives them to us. So if you would like to appeal it, you're welcome to do so through the mayor's office.
I have to go to the mayor's office to do that?
Yes, that is the proper
that's
procedure.
interesting.
And then,
So is the police department that you're saying that won't give up her last name at this point?
like I said, we're the middleman. We take the records, we give them to the department, we get them back, and then we give them out.
According to the police department, you're the main man, not the middleman. You have to, everything has to go through you.
Well, it does, yes. We're the distribution center, basically. But we get our records for them. The only thing we do is redact if they miss something that should be redacted.
And your position here is that you didn't redact this, the police department redacted this request?
That is as how I received it.
All right, we'll go down there and we'll go up to the mayor's.
All right, have a nice day.
Wow. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Not too good.
Okay.
I did a full request for a person's name and salary that wouldn't identify in the police department.
Okay.
Filled the foil with a first name and a dot for an initial for a last name on this person, and they gave me 3 years of salary
Okay.
of this person.
Okay.
And I guess I want to appeal the lacking of the last name because it's public record. I think it's a little ridiculous that they did that.
So last name. May I?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So the other stuff is a police report for
Oh.
something totally different. And what I did is a full request for a police report. And then when I did the full request, there was a clerk that was down in the police lobby
Okay.
named Amanda H.
Okay.
And she wouldn't identify herself. So
Okay.
I filled out a public records request for it. They were 20 days late on the response. And they were trying to charge me for paper that they shouldn't be charging. And now they're trying to insult me after trying to pay for it by not giving out the last name of this employee.
Okay, so you want to appeal your FOIL,
Pretty much,
right?
yeah.
Okay, so I help with FOIL appeals, but usually my coworker helps me too, so I'm gonna have to.
I mean, I don't know if we could just call down there and get the lady's last name and write it on the paper. It just should be that simple.
Sure.
I mean,
I'm not sure with FOIL appeals. I know that usually you have to either like write a letter of some sort to.
well, I know. I'm
send
trying
that
to
in.
maybe even skip doing the official one and go to the mayor's office and be like, "Hey, mayor."
Well, the
can we
official
just-
one is due to us, so usually that's what happened. You mind if I grab my coworker and ask him
Yeah.
some more details? 1 second.
Hi,
How you doing?
good. I'm Joe.
Dan.
Dan, nice to meet you. Can I do for you, sir?
I simply put out a FOIL request and they were at the police department for this receptionist.
Okay.
Name and salary because she wouldn't identify.
Okay.
They won't give me her last name.
Okay.
I don't know if you can call down and just give me her last name, or do I have to literally do an appeal, or maybe even a lawsuit to get an employee's last name? Because I mean, it's public record. They give me her salary. They just won't give me her last name. I don't understand it.
Okay.
It's kind of ridiculous. So I was thinking before having to do an official appeal, maybe I could just go slip up to the mayor's office. They could be like, "Yeah, this is kind of silly. Let me call down to the reception and find out who Amanda H is, and we could just write her last name down."
And what was the?
This is actually something totally different.
Oh, okay.
That's
I-
just
I
the rest of the
looked at
FOIL
this too,
request.
thinking this was different.
So what happened is I did a First Amendment audit
Okay.
at the post office. The police showed up. They were great. I want to give them props in that and
Okay.
full request the body camera footage. When I got down there, this receptionist was less than friendly.
Okay.
When I asked her her name, she wouldn't give it.
Okay.
So they're like, FOIL it. So I FOIL it. It took 20 days to get the FOIL request from the police department to the actual custodian of records
Okay.
before I got my 5-day notice.
Yeah.
And then they tried to charge me for the first 3 pages, which first 5 pages is free by law.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when I do finally get my FOIL request, they refusing to give this girl's last name.
Yeah.
And I mean, like a FOIL should be instant. Like if I have somebody's first and last name in this building, they should give it out.
What I had said, Joe, is with a FOIL appeal, when they come to our office, we have to have them submitted in writing
Yes.
for the official
Appeal.
request.
Yes.
But I wanted to verify with you.
Yeah. So it
to
has
see
to
if that
come.
was right.
When did you get the response back from the FOIL?
I got a response email like
Okay.
last week,
Okay,
and I
perfect.
just filled it, paid for it, but
Okay.
obviously it's lacking
Okay.
a simple last name. I don't feel like we should have to go through a whole appeals process when maybe you could just call down there and no.
How would that work, Tanya?
What?
If
FOIL
he
appeal?
wants to appeal it because he wanted the last name for the employee for downstairs, And you were just because of your experience, is that why
Yeah,
you were?
I mean,
Okay.
If I wanted to put in a complaint, I should be able to know her. If I wanted to put in a complaint, I should be able to know her name. If we pay the paycheck, we need to know what name we put on that paycheck. I mean, it's just as simple as I requested, because she was rude to me, her salary and her first and last name because she wouldn't identify. Now they still are refusing. They're redacting her last name off this. I don't see how her last name is a redaction that you guys can make. So I understand that I can make an official appeal over something silly. I can make an official appeal over something this silly, but I was thinking maybe if I just stopped up at the office of the mayor and the mayor could just be like, yo, call down to the police department and be like, who is Amanda H? What's her last name? We could just write it on the paper. I can go about my way. I'll give you guys a chance to make this right before I have to appeal.
I don't know why they're redacting her last name. I mean, I could understand them redacting, like home address, phone number,
right.
Personal information like that. But I mean, her name and salary are public information.
That's what I mean. That's what I was thinking.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe you guys could just call down there and get her last name for me.
Her last name is Hallett.
Hallett?
Yes.
Right.
And if you go to
write that down, I appreciate it.
You go through the see-through New York.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I wanted to go through the see-through New York,
you can.
I couldn't do it because I don't know who Amanda H is. You know what I'm saying? So like, I can only guess. But so, I appreciate you just giving it out because I don't have to do a full appeal.
It's public knowledge. You can see my salary and everything online too if you wanted to.
No, and I do. And I don't know if you guys know who I am. I'm Dan Warmest of auditing Erie County. Okay. I do First Amendment audits. I teach people the process. So I appreciate you guys not making me go through a full appeal to get a last name. I thought it was a little ridiculous that they didn't give it out. And the whole process of is another thing. If I can get attention, I'm not sure who you are or your position.
I'm Tanya Taylor. I'm the paralegal.
Okay. So one thing that is a concern to me is that FOIL requests should be able to be inserted anywhere. I mean, if I'm at the town hall, I should be able to do it, or the city hall, I should be able to do it at the city hall. If I'm at the police department, I should be able to turn one in there. So I had to force the police department to take my FOIL request, and they took 20 days to get it to the custodian records. And I'm supposed to get a response in 5 days, right? It's just not a good look for the city, and I think that a police department is a place that open 24 hours.
You can leave a FOIL request anywhere. However, the city clerk is the records access office.
Right.
So that's just the process of.
But she didn't even have any say over them redacting a last name.
She doesn't get involved directly unless there's some. A lot of these are.
You can see how ridiculous this is, right?
And if they have a problem with them, they send them up to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, and some people get a little more careful about redacting people's information than is absolutely necessary. I mean, you've got to remember this is since I've been here, my 4th administration, and with it comes a lot of personnel changes sometimes. So it's a continual, this is what FOIL covers, this is not what FOIL covers, this is releasable, this is not releasable. So it's a constant learning curve around here.
Gotcha.
Okay.
No, I guess if one thing that could be inserted into the city here, if one thing that could be inserted to the city here is like, I got it that most FOIL goes right through the city clerk, especially if you're up here in this building, but you should be able to get a form and fill one out at that police department lobby 24 hours a day. I mean, it's the police department lobby, especially when somebody's going for the police department, you know what I mean?
Well, they're available online.
I get that too.
So you can always file it online.
I'm just saying, it shouldn't have been so hard to make them accept the request.
They're just not familiar with accepting them and whether they can or cannot.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just always better just to go through the city clerk's office. It's really simple. They're just right there.
Yeah. Yeah, but like here's the perfect example. How would I go to the city clerk's office and be like, I need the lady's name that wouldn't identify downstairs in the police department, when I can do it right there? When the lady won't identify, someone else in the office could at least wrote Amanda on the paper, so we could eventually get her name. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think the rest of the departments even have that form, and probably a lot of them
I put it on a blank sheet of paper. But
and honestly, if you gave the form to them, they probably wouldn't even know what to do with it.
Yeah, I did. I had to explain what to do to them, but I think that it should be pretty standard that a FOIL should be able to accept it at the police department lobby window.
To be able to drop it off, yeah, but I mean, like you say, there again, just to be safe, I would definitely go through the clerk's office because that is the records access office. That's your touch point right there. Everybody else in the building, they don't understand FOIL. They don't understand freedom of information. And like Joe said, they may or may not even understand what that form is.
Plus, then it gives you the acknowledgement that we received it
exactly.
too. So then that, we have that on record for you as well.
Yeah.
So if it isn't in the time frame, we can follow up and be like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I mean, that police department lobby window's open. I think you guys are kind of making excuses here. I think that a full request should be able to be made in there is all I'm saying. I think that it should be looked
There are
into.
certain people that just don't need to know what freedom of information is.
And they're not staffed 24/7.
No.
So even
That lobby window isn't open 24
They're
hours?
open, but
There's
the lobby
like
window
sitting there.
receptionist,
I was probably within
command
business
desk
hours.
officer has to come out and man the desk.
All right, well, thank you guys. I'm going to get on my way. I just going to grab some of these business cards while I'm here.
Yeah.
There's some here too, if you want them, the same things.
Same ones?
Yeah, maybe except two. These two are not over there.
Is one of these you? All right, I appreciate you guys.
Yes,
Yep,
thank you.
nice to meet you.
No forms available out here. This is all decked out for Easter, so. Look at this work method right here. She really gets into where she's surrounded by work. How you doing? I have a few questions. When is the last time a city has done a revale?
2006.
2006? Is there any site on a new one coming up, or
Council doesn't have anything planned.
nothing planned that you guys know of?
No.
Now, is the assessor here appointed by the mayor? Is that how that works?
Yes.
And then on a certain term length here?
Yep.
Do you know how long that term length is?
5 years.
5 years. All right. And do you know how long this current assessor has left on the term?
I don't.
All right. What is this? You got a business card for the assessor by chance?
We don't have any
No business cards, huh?
here, no.
All right. All right. Can I get your name real quick?
Gina?
Gina. All right. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
You too.
That's all I had. Thank you.
Can I help you?
No, I was just grabbing some photographs.
Oh, for what?
Just something I'm working on.
Do you work here in the building?
No, I'm just an independent journalist working on a story down here. Just grabbing some photographs.
Can I have your name?
No thanks.
Pardon?
No thanks.
Well, then I don't think you can videotape then.
If you don't know my name?
Yeah.
No, that's all right.
Oh, that's
Get some cards. James, oh wait, these are all the fucking same? I could take one of each, they're all the damn same. Fucking James. Wait, one. She's checking to see if she can let me video record if I don't know her name. She doesn't know my name. to focus on the door. There we go.
Can I help you, sir?
No, I don't need help. I was just grabbing some photographs down here in the lobby.
Oh, are you from,
No, I'm an independent journalist. I was working on a story down here in the
Oh, okay.
the City Hall and County building. I guess this floor would be considered county, right?
And
Are you James?
I am.
Well, nice to meet you, James.
Who are you?
My name's Dan. I'm an independent journalist.
Okay. Nice to meet you. Yeah, this is not a full county floor. This, I mean, certain
yeah, I see.
county, one is state, you know, so, yeah.
Yeah, I was just down here working on a story on the building, grabbing some photographs, a few things, but I don't need any help. I appreciate you, though.
All right, you have a good day.
You too.
We have sensitive information on these computers. I can't have you recording through the window. You can record this lobby area, all that.
It seems like a problem, doesn't it?
What do you mean?
That people can see sensitive information from this lobby window?
Well, usually we don't have people coming to the window with a camera.
Well, I mean, what if somebody did and was here for nefarious purposes?
Like I'm doing now.
Maybe those desks should be turned around.
Well, don't worry about that.
I obviously can't do it right now, but I'm just saying in the future, instead of violating somebody's rights,
It's
rights
not
over
really
their.
violation of rights, because certain part of this building you're really not supposed to record. I'm just trying to be cordial. I don't want to call anybody
This is
up,
a public lobby, though, right?
This is our county lobby. It's part of a public facility.
Right. I'm in a public lobby, though.
Record everywhere.
Yeah, and anywhere the public's allowed, the press is allowed. That's how it works.
The press, but you don't have press credentials.
What? He didn't actually just say that as an attorney, that you need credentials to be press. I pity the fool that has to use this man as their defense attorney. He's about to call the cops on us for plain view doctrine. This attorney's actually going to have law enforcement come up and teach him the law. How embarrassing. I hope your colleagues don't see this, James. The First Amendment.
Do you have press credentials? In certain areas, you have to show your press credentials.
Yeah, in restricted areas, right?
I can't have you.
I agree with you. If I was in restricted areas and you got to have credentials to get in there, like the White House or something.
Recording through this window, I'm gonna have to call court security, and I don't want to do that. So please don't record through the window. Okay?
I mean, I'm not gonna be here all day, but I have a few more photos to take through here. I mean,
as long as it's not through this window, I really don't care where it is. Okay? That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, I got a few more photos to take of this lobby here, and it's through this window is part of it.
All right, call downstairs, please. Yeah.
James, aren't you an attorney? Don't you understand the law? James? Aren't you an attorney at law? You should know better. Plain view doctrine. Right? You know what that is, right? Government uses it all the time. James is something else. This is the public defender's office. This is what you got. If this is your attorney, man, that's rough. He asked for press credentials to be the press. Man, I would hate to be this guy's. This as my attorney.
You're a defense attorney, right?
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Pretty good.
What do you need?
How do you pronounce your last name?
DeJesus.
DeJesus? Looks like the Jesus.
Yeah.
No, I don't need anything. I think they need something. I think they called you up here because I was in this office taking some photographs.
All I asked him to do is stop recording through the window. Out here, I don't really care, but in here, he cannot.
I didn't go in there.
No, you didn't, but this window, you had the camera up to it and you were recording.
Aren't you an attorney?
And I specifically asked you not to do so.
Aren't you an attorney?
How you doing, Mr. Morris?
I don't get it. He's an attorney. You don't know the plain view doctrine? I was just taking pictures. He's flipping out because there's a window here.
Oh.
How you doing?
What on, man?
Not too much.
What are you here for?
Me?
Yeah.
I was taking some photographs.
Okay. What's your name?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't get that. Are you PD or are you court staff?
I'm a police officer.
For Jamestown?
Yep.
Can I get a badge number out of you?
10-10.
All right, thanks.
Going to be at the YWCA parking lot. Vehicle blocking several other vehicles.
Anything I can help you with?
No, I'm all set. I was
Have a
just
great
about
day.
done here before you called you guys up here. So.
Yeah, you're free to record whatever you want.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a great day.
Have a good one, guys.
You too.
I think that Plainview Doctrine, I think in a way it would be a good idea to maybe turn those desks so that personal information can't be seen to the public. I think it is a good wake-up call. Maybe that's a good example of they should, you know, they should be careful with people's personal information. I like that. Don't cover up the window. They did too. That's quite embarrassing for an attorney to have not even law enforcement but the court staff come up and teach him what the plain view doctrine is. I mean, for God's sakes, that's basic law. I would pity the fool who has to use this guy for their public defender. Someone took photographs in public and got arrested, and this guy's gonna fold on him. Good luck if you got this guy as a public defender, folks. Now it's time to get back down to the police department and get to the bottom of who took the extra 21 days to insert a FOIL request from downstairs to upstairs. This one even got a sticker on it. This one's out today. Expired. Today's 5/1. Bye, Amanda H. Oh man, she ran as soon as she seen me.
Why? Who are you?
I asked her her name, she wouldn't give it up. And she's a public employee. You ask these people their names, they should give it, right? I audit the government and accountability. These guys here are the law enforcement, but they're not following the law. So somebody's got to hold them accountable, right?
Seemed like it.
Did you see how fast she ran out of here when I came in?
She took off. She just came in.
She just came in?
Just came in until 5 minutes ago.
So she just got here and now she's going to break, huh?
She's hiding. What's she doing? On top of the fact that she saw me and she knows I came back. Yesterday, this thing I was trying to get a write up and they couldn't do it. I said, well, you give me an A, well, you wait. But well, I said, how long before the guy gets back? I have no idea. I can say I can tell me here from yesterday.
What's going on? I got this lady just took off. Is somebody gonna help us here?
I'm telling you.
I did a FOIA request for her name. They wouldn't give it to me. I had to go to the mayor's office to give it.
I know it was Amanda.
Amanda Hellette.
That's all I know was Amanda.
Hellette is her last name.
My paper too. I need that paper.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, that paper right there is mine.
I wonder if her name's on this paper. You can get it? Hellette, right there, ID 498. Hellette, receptionist, Amanda Hellette. It's written on that thing. It's all the police officers' names. I just zoomed in on it. Yeah, we just zoomed in on it. We got all the police. So I'm a First Amendment Auditor. I have a YouTube channel where I broadcast accountability. That's why she's running. She don't want to be on YouTube, but it's too late. She just looked like an idiot walking out here. I gotta go to lunch. Oh, she just got here 5 minutes ago. That's funny to know.
But 5 minutes ago, I'm telling you. But it looks like she was at downward side. Or
She's got an attitude problem. It's a problem. She's
Well,
quite
she
the
did.
attitude on her.
There's an attitude because when I told her yesterday, I was just trying to be nice, and she just said, "I have no idea how I'm gonna wait." What about tomorrow? I have no idea.
It's come have a seat, you know. Like
Yeah,
she's
so-
so rude.
I said, "What am I gonna do? Sit here all day when I got things to do? Give me an idea." And I'm gonna say, because I don't want to jinx this. I want this fixed.
I'm definitely not the only one that goes through this office that thinks that this Amanda Hellette is hella rude. It's awful sad that the man won't even call her out for being rude because he just wants her to do her job and he doesn't want her to have her Blue Line Gang buddies retaliate against the man. You guys want to see something extra special though? Watch me hit Amanda Hellette's reset button.
Oh, they love to make people wait in this office.
Miss Amanda Hellette needs to get a new job and she can't deal with the public.
I didn't say that.
Hi, open it out first.
Yeah, I'm interested in finding out about the FOIA request I turned in. Why it took 20 days to get upstairs.
I can get somebody for that.
Cool.
A supervisor?
Probably.
Okay. How can we help you?
Remember I was here yesterday with this, and then.
Put a phone call in. You just gotta wait for an officer to get.
Yeah, he did, and he said he said he'll take care of me, and then he disappeared.
Well, yeah, he's changing in the shift.
Oh.
He's getting shift.
Oh.
So you just gotta give him a minute.
All right.
All right.
Good, thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know if I gotta put more money in the meter. I got a half an hour.
I don't know. When did you put it in?
It's almost freaky how Amanda Hellette just changed in the back room. I don't know what they did to her or what they said to her, but damn, maybe she went in the back and did a bump. I don't even know, but wow, what a change in attitude. Leave a comment what you think about that reset, folks.
Shift change.
They changed their picture, huh? Yeah, she's not cut out for this job with customer service.
The main camera battery died, so all I got is body camera footage for you.
Yeah. Yeah. So I turned in a FOIA request here at this window.
FOIA requests are actually done.
I get it,
The city clerk's office.
but by law we can turn them in anywhere.
Well, they're processed through the city clerk's.
Correct. But my question is, I turned one in here and I wrote it right off this here piece of paper.
Correct.
Right? It took 20 days to get from here up to the clerk's office, so I was wondering who
20 days to get up there.
No? What is she talking about? It didn't take 20 days. Yes, it did. I put it in on the 27th of February. It didn't get entered till March 20th. That's 21 extra days. 15 business days. 10 days more than it should have taken. by law. I'm trying to figure out who was the 20-day lax. Was it the police department or is it the clerk's office that took the extra 20 days?
So we have limited staff right now, so once it gets sent upstairs, they process it, submit it through the system, and then we receive it. Then we have to process it. So it's a step process, and then you ask for video.
But the step between me turning it in and them getting it and them giving me my response, there's an extra 20 days there, violation of law.
I can't answer that because I don't know.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out when you guys sent it up there.
I couldn't answer that for you.
Did you guys email it?
No, it has to be hand delivered because you wrote it on a piece of paper instead of going upstairs to the office in which you submit it.
Well, I mean, you guys could scan it and email it, I'm sure, but...
That's not how the process works. You have to go upstairs and fill out the request, or you can fill it out online. Like, you have those options. So you submitted it down through here, when then it has to get brought upstairs, and then the city clerks process it. So that's how it goes. I don't know where the time frame span went, but they received it. You received it.
Yeah, 20 days late.
We have up to 30 days to fill out a request and fulfill
it. All right, so you guys took the 30 days plus an extra 20, is what I'm saying, and I'm trying to figure out where...
30-day time span.
I mean, I know what day I was here, I know what day I got the response letter, it was 20 days past when I should have, is all I'm saying. So when somebody turns in a FOIA request here, there's a lack between here and upstairs that took 20 days, it can't happen again. It's a violation of the law.
You were explained that the process is...
When I turn it in here, the clerk's office responsive letterhead 5 days to get me a response to say they got it, right? They took 25 days, I'm telling you. That's a problem between why.
That way.
All right.
I just know that...
Well, I'm just down here to investigate who was at fault. Was it the police department or the clerk's office? That's my question. You're saying the clerk's office? You're saying the clerk's office got it the next day or the same day, and they took an extra 20 days? That's your opinion?
I can't answer that because I don't know where the lax is.
All right, well, that was my question, so thanks. Can I get your name? Amanda what? Here we go again. Amanda. Amanda what? That's our trash department down here in Jamestown. Leave your comments in the comment section what you think about that. Another person in the back room in Jamestown, not willing to identify the people. We write her name on a paycheck. I did go ahead and look through See-Through New York and find all the Amandas, trying to limit down this Amanda's name, and luckily there were only 2 Amandas on the payroll here in Jamestown.
Jamestown Police Officer Gardner.
Yeah, I was looking to get some information on employees that work for the police department there. I spoke to a lady there about some records. She said her name was Amanda. Do you happen to know if there's a lady in the records by the name Amanda?
Yeah, there's a lady in records named Amanda.
What is her last name?
Leverenz.
All right, thank you very much.
We live in a society now where people want to record how they discipline their child. The people that might get mad with this video is the people that probably already embarrassed their child. You can discipline your child in their room. Take something away from them. If they act up, well, I'm like, son, you can't play the game.
It's Ordinary County fam. Yeah. Corruption cruiser rolls into town. Our public servants better not clown. Our rights respected, no backing down. I audit them all, Constitution showdown. Turn on the camera, light up the dark. Erie County fam making a mark. Power to the people, don't lose your spark. This dog will bite, not just bark. Cops scatter, they know the name. First Amendment on our side, we got no shame. Document them all, expose their games. Do it for the people, not for the fame. Turn on the camera, light up the dark. Erie County fam making a mark. Power to the people, don't lose your spark. This dog will bite, not just bark. Flexing our rights, a man with a mission, Constitution on our side, never asked for permission, taking pictures and videos, and hey, might just take a piece of public candy. Turn on the camera, light up the dark. Erie County fam making our mark. Power to the people, don't lose your spark. This dog will bite, not just bark. Come the government dogs with their charges and cuffs, barking up the wrong tree, acting so tough. We'll FOIL request the body cams and all their reports. Brittany Penn, Berthy gonna neuter them in court. Turn on the camera, light up the dark. Erie County fam making our mark. Power to the people, don't lose your spark. This dog will bite, not just bark. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, fam. We out.
Pull the Constitution out of your pockets in here. Like that was supposed to prove something.
First Amendment, freedom of the press.
We have every right to film. Oh, here, there.
Your name is not Dan Erie County.
This isn't Erie County.
Yeah.
Sure it is. On here is Dan Erie County.
Legitimate? Maybe. Official? No.